Hey, dude, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, and we're just going to be specifically looking at Bitcoin here. We're going to start on the 1 day. We may get into the 4 hour, maybe even the 1 hour, but I just want to stick with Bitcoin. I'm going to put out some videos later today of maybe Litecoin and XRP as well, so look out for those, but I just want to stick with Bitcoin here, the granddaddy, and kind of see what's going on. So if you get something out of these videos, guys, you like these updates, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It is 7:27 a.m. Eastern Time. It's November 1st, 2019, and let's dig into this. So I did a video yesterday and I was talking about how a bullish engulfing candle on significant volume could be a bottoming pattern for us. And that's what I'm looking at right now. So guys, we ended up, and this is on the 1 day chart, we had a beautiful bullish engulfing candle and it came on heavy volume, and that's exactly what you're looking for. And what also happened was we broke out of this downtrend line that we are in for, almost 3-4 months. We'd been there for quite a while, guys, just consistently making lower highs and lower lows. And now what I'm looking at is the fact that we broke out of this trend line. We have basically back tested it, and we're back testing the moving averages. Right now we're up above our 9 EMA. We're up above our 20 EMA, our 50 moving average, and our 200 EMA. So I'm happy about that. I'm excited to see that. And what I'm looking to see is if this is going to be some type of a bull flag that's going to play out, or if we're going to start dropping back down within this trend line. And what we don't want to see, guys, we don't want to start trading back below this trend line. That could act as severe overhead resistance again for us. And also these moving averages. We finally got back up above that 200-day moving average after trading below it for roughly about a month or so. So it's important for us to hold these moving averages, because whenever we start that uptrend, what you want to look for is for us to be up above that 50 moving average, up above that 20 EMA, up above that 200-day moving average. That's what you want to see, guys. And in a downtrend, you're typically going to be below those moving averages. So we're looking at those as support right now. And what we had yesterday was a doji candle. So this doji candle off the 9 EMA in orange here, that was showing a lot of indecision. That was a lot of fight between the bulls and the bears. And what we're looking for now is if we can get follow through today and potentially break out into some type of a bull flag. Typically with a bull flag, what you're going to see is a big stick of volume right here for the mast. So we pushed up on this mast, and then the volume starts to dry off. And you'll typically have about 7 to 14 days or so where you just cool down, you start heading lower, and then you can make that nice blast up. And if we end up making this blast up, I wanted to extrapolate this for you. So typically it's about the same as what you'd end up having for the close here for the mast. So we'll take it up about right there. And guys, right here, if we end up taking it up into this range, this would put us somewhere right around that $12,000 mark. And this is just a very rough estimate for you, but I just wanted to show you. And that would also correlate with this lower high that we had. So right up around here, if we do get a bull flag, that's what I'm looking at to see if we can get up to around that $12,000 range. And what we need here, guys, is significant volume to follow through with this, because this area right here, let me grab this for you just to show you. So this area here is going to be very strong resistance because we traded in this range for so long right in here. So it was from August 15th until we had our break was around September 23rd. So we spent some time, more than a month, just chopping back and forth here in a range between about $9,300 and about $11,000. We were just fighting back and forth. So I would look for that to be strong overhead resistance if we don't get some type of a bull flag where we can just cut right through it, just like we did this 200-day EMA. It's really important that you cut through those with big volume, with conviction, because if we had some type of move like this on low volume, it wouldn't be near significant. It could be one of those false breakouts or a 5% failure, and that's not what you're looking for, guys. Now to the downside, we really want to see our 50-day moving average, and that's going to be at 8,774 hold, then ultimately that 200-day EMA. We don't want to start dropping back below that again, guys, and that's at 8,656 is what I'm looking for to hold. But I'm being patient right now, and I want to see if we end up getting that next leg up here. That could be a really good opportunity for Bitcoin. Now, in terms of the indicators, I want to get into our RSI. Relative strength index, we're at 59 right now. You can see we're starting to get a little hook to the upside, but what I like here is that we start to put in those higher highs and higher lows on the RSI. I like to treat the RSI like a line graph. I'll draw trend lines on it and look for trend line breaks, all different types of stuff like that. And right now, guys, we're not in that overbought territory, so there would be plenty of room. We would have enough room to end up having this next leg up if the whales end up doing this, because typically, guys, that's what happens. This is whale volume that you're looking at. Whenever you see something come in with that type of volume after we've been as low as we were, and all of a sudden you see that, that is a whale putting their money in at the right time. And you can see right down here, we went all the way down to $7,200 after being up around $14,000. And that's Bitcoin. Even in uptrends, you can have these 50% retracements, you know, retracements to the 0.618 even. And that's what we're looking at here. If we end up doing our fib retracement, this was a key area I was looking at for us for a bounce potentially, and you can see right off that 0.618, guys, that's a golden area, and a lot of times you'll bounce from the 0.618 up to that 0.382. We were talking about that, and you can see how we wicked up, tried to get through it, and then we closed down below it, and now we're basically floating in between the 0.5 and the 0.382 right now. So we're just going to have to wait to see when this next stick of volume comes in, and if we're going to be able to get over some of these key targets around that 98.03 and then up there around maybe that $12,000 if we end up having a bull flag come in for us. So I just want to put this on your radar. This is typical, guys, of a bull flag. It's not, I'm not saying that it has to play out. It does not have to play out at all, but this is traditionally what you will see is that long mass, volume dries up, and then another big pump. And you can see it over here, just to give you an example. In a lot of these, here we go, guys, just bear with me here. Let me find a good example for us. So kind of even right here, guys, what you can see, we pushed up and then we moved sideways here, and then we had that next blast up. Now, they don't always have to look the exact same, but this is just an example of how we had heavy volume. We ended up going from about $1,750 up to around $2,883. Then we came back down. We got a bullish engulfing candle right here off the 50-day moving average, and then we ended up pushing up as high as $4,400. So just be aware of these things. I just wanted to put it on your radar, and it was the same kind of concept here. We had that big volume, then volume dried up, and then we had that next leg up on some heavier volume there, some chunky volume. So these are the things I'm looking for, guys. We really just want to trade up above this 50 and this 200-day moving average. You can see this entire bull market that we had this last time, we were up above this 200-day EMA. We were even having dojis off it and bounces off it. So it is important for us to be trading up above that again finally, because we had that month where we were below it. So these are things I just want to put on your radar, guys. If you like what we do here, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, pay attention to this. I'm glad to see some volume came in, but right now we're still in that indecision point if we're going to drop back down and lose this trend line, or if we're going to go up for that bull flag. So pay attention, guys. God bless you all. Take care.